Hey everybody, Tom Zenner, Jetset Magazine. We are out at NBAA 2023 in Vegas, and we've been here for the whole show, and you're going to see everything at the Las Vegas Convention Center and out here in Henderson at Static. But I'll tell you this, you're not going to see a plane, a business jet, bigger or more spectacular than the one we're in front of right now. It's the Bombardier Global 7500. I'm with a gentleman who flies these all over the world, Etienne, the chief pilot for Bombardier. And first of all, what a beautiful aircraft. You kind of imagine what it would be like for someone like me, and then you get a look at it. It's like seeing a mega yacht, right? It's just bigger and more grand and just unbelievable in person. But tell me a little bit about it, because this is seats between 18 and 19, and this is the epitome of if you have to go a long distance on business.
Definitely. So the typical aircraft configuration is about 14, can stretch all the way to 19. We have 4 zones into this, so it's made to be kind of your home in the sky or your business in the sky. We have a bedroom at the back. We have 3 other zones where you can do so much. You can reconfigure. I mean, there's so many possible floor plans onto this, but it's the queen of the skies right now. So nothing flies faster. Nothing flies further than this, and nothing beats the performance. So you can get in and out of really, really small airports, still go quite far away across the globe, and land at another small airport and be completely safe about it.
Right, and I guess global is the perfect word for it, right? Because if you're conducting business around the globe and you got to get there, give me a couple examples. We were talking earlier about the range and how far you've actually flown this.
Yes, so this particular aircraft, the first one that we got in a couple of years back already. So we've been able to. So the advertised range is 7,700 miles. We've actually exceeded that a couple of times. So the miles and numbers don't really jive with most people. So let's give me city pairs, sure. You'd say. So city pairs, Sydney, Australia, all the way to Detroit. So that far exceeds the range that we advertise. Another city pair is Singapore, all the way to Tucson. So these are examples of what the aircraft could do. We've also done a place in the middle of the Alps called Gstaad. Small airport, 4,000 feet runway. So we took off out of there. So we landed there. Nobody believed that we could land this big of a thing. Nothing that's big has ever been there. Right. And then we took out of there and we went all the way to Dubai. Another 4-hour flight, easily comfortable, sure. Plenty of fuel. The aircraft can actually fly in excess of 17 hours in the sky, so it's phenomenal.
Right, so how big is the crew? Because you're talking multiple meals and a lot of service up there.
Oh, definitely. So you can have a standard crew, which normally would be 2 pilots, a flight attendant, but you can augment the crew. So there's a full crew rest area that's available. So when you do these long-range missions, you want to have at least a 3rd pilot by regulations, or sometimes just by choice for fatigue management. You can actually have a full 2 crew. So you have two pilots at the front, they're taking off and land, and 2 different pilots are landing at the end. Yeah. So typically you have 2 pilots, a flight attendant, sometimes 2 flight attendants, because it is a big aircraft. Yeah. But yes, the meals, all that stuff, we need a big galley, plenty of room in this one. Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you flew one, and is it different? Are there some nuances about flying this plane that are different from anything else?
It is the most balanced aircraft I have personally ever experienced. So when we talk about, it's an aircraft that flies with 2 fingers. So the fly-by-wire system is so light, so controlled, so intuitive, that any pilot that has basic training would come on this aircraft and recognize how you fly an aircraft. So it's as basic as this, but it's all the performance and bells and whistles. So obviously the cockpit is beautiful. Everything is organized in a way to be ergonomical, to be optimizing how, as a pilot, I need to manage your systems, and even the emergencies, if God forbid you have some. Everything is automated and made to support what you need to go through.
Yeah, this is the big boy. This is the major leagues. Do you, as the chief pilot, are a lot of people reaching out to you, say, hey, how do I become a pilot for Bombardier?
Oh yeah, all the time. I mean, everybody wants a piece of this bird. It's the queen of the skies. There's nothing that beats it.
Right. What's been the reaction? I mean, we're here at this booth. It's busy. I mean, it's nonstop, and you have to schedule the visits onto your planes. What's it been like? What have people been saying?
Oh, everybody's loving it. Well, there's a hype just being there, just being in line. I mean, I'm still amazed. People are gonna wait in the sun for for half an hour. Sometimes they're gonna come back because they're trying to squeeze in between two slots, and everybody's got the hype, smile coming into the plane, but it's even wider coming out, because there you look at the windows are massively big, so much natural light. I mean, everything is beautiful about the plane.
They're thinking, how do I get on this? How do I get my company to buy one?
Oh, yeah, some people would want us to forget about them in the back, close the door, and then they take off with us just to get an experience. But it's everybody wants a piece of this one, that's for sure.
Can they get bigger? Is there another evolution of this?
There's always an evolution. There's always some evolution of something. I mean, we develop products like this, but we also have got something else in mind, in our mind. So we're talking about durability. So we're trying to find ways to optimize the performance of the aircraft. This aircraft, how to fly it better, how to fly lessen our carbon footprint. But that's also driving the way we evolve our plane. We're talking about the co-demonstrator Bombardier. That's exactly what we're trying to do. So the evolution is trying to get how can we go as far or further, faster, better, all the time.
Yeah. You've probably logged thousands of hours, I would imagine, behind there. What's a typical client like? Who are the types of businesses that purchase one of these?
So obviously you got the typical high net worth individuals that are going to take advantage of this. The people that are having business in multiple places in the world, especially if you got something that's, let's say, in North America, as the headquarters in North America, but some of the factories are in the Asia Pacific. So this is the perfect aircraft to do it, because you can take off, go to sleep, have a board meeting, and then land, go visit the factory, get back on the aircraft, go visit another factory the next day, and then it's nonstop. So it's a business tool. So you get as many high net worth individual as business corporation using this. Obviously, it's probably the epitome of what you call a corporate shuttle.
Well, it's not a prop, so it's going somewhere. Where are you taking it after this?
Oh, this one is going to go, I think it's touring a couple of days. So we're going to probably do some runs back on the East Coast to drive our people back home and things like that after the show. But it's going to go probably in Europe, I think is next for this guy. And then we're going to soon replace this model with a newer aircraft, so a newer serial number. That's going to be the new demonstrator for a while.
Yeah. Great stuff, Etienne. Thank you so much. Hopefully next time I see you's on the plane. 36,000 feet in the air. Hey, thanks everybody. Tom Zenner, Jetset Magazine. 47,000 feet in the air. I'll be there. 47,000 feet. I'm Tom Zenner, Jetset Magazine.